Welcome back to Market on Close. Let's talk some commodities, do a little bit of trading. Alan Nunkman is joining us, the chief market strategist at Agora Financial, the double grill man of Chicago. What's up, Alan? Let's talk some commodities here. Crude's a dog in this market. What's it going to take to change that?
Yes, you're right for now. But you're trading between 35 and 45 for the last 4 months in crude. So we're coming back to the support point. In the big picture, nothing's changed. Nothing is new here. We're still building on that base that we found last week in the S&P, that 3,200. We're up on the week. And let's see if crude can find the bottom, just like the stock market did and like gold did last week at that 1850 support. So, I don't know what fundamentally could give this market a little bit of a push, but it's down here near a support. I'd still be trading this range until proven otherwise.
Okay, so the range is, I like that point. It's holding, right? I mean, obviously It's a big laggard next to everything else, but 38.60 was the low earlier for crude. And that basically, I mean, you're touching where we were in early September. So until that breaks, maybe this is a way to, look, I don't know about buy dips, Alan, but, selling put spreads or something here in crude?
Yeah, I'm bullish here at these levels until it closes below 35.
Okay.
And then I want to see how it reacts when it gets to the midpoint, that 40 midpoint. That's really crucial. Again, it's all predicated on the dollar. The dollar's had an interesting week where it did pop above 94, kind of a fake out breakout here in the last couple of weeks. And now we're stuck at that level. Let's talk about what didn't happen today. What didn't happen was more important than really what did happen. What didn't happen was treasuries didn't rally. Gold didn't rally, and we didn't, the dollar is pretty muted. So the market reaction to what's happening, and also most importantly, what didn't happen is the VIX didn't really rally. The VIX is still at the 27 handle. So, it's still, for me, same old, same old. The question is, do you want to go home long into this weekend? That's a lot. That's going to be giving a lot of people something to think about for sure.
So you mentioned gold, the muted moves in bonds as well. Then I want to talk a little bit of copper, because the move there was not muted, Alan, but it doesn't fully undo yesterday's sell-off, which was one of the biggest. It was the biggest we've seen in copper really since this whole thing started. One day in March that was comparable to it. A big drop in copper. Do you view that as any referendum on growth, economy? Do you think about that stuff for copper, or do you see that as a clear buy in an uptrending asset?
Well, as I often say, it's not how the markets act, it's how they react. So it's good to see it react positively today after the unwind. It had a straight up move. So, you needed to have a little bit of a shakeout. Let's see how the buyers step up again. 3 is the key. The $3 level is psychologically really, really important to see if it can get back above that again on a weekly basis. But I do like how it initially responded. You're going to be looking at copper. I know people keep using it as a barometer, as I used to do with crude oil, but they've really become disconnected with what's happening in the rest of the markets for the recent period of time. So, I don't know. Again, I think I would focus right now on the macro, on the S&P, and see if that can drag everything up with it.
Okay, now the stocks that you're looking at here actually do have a commodity focus, though. You're looking at Cleveland Cliffs, mining, resources, iron ore, definitely part of their story, right? This is not like a gold miner.
Right, exactly. I'm actually from the Iron Range in Michigan, so I'm very familiar with this company. My grandfather worked here, worked on the ore boats and so forth, and so I come from a mining community. So I really get the ups and downs and the cycles of these markets. Now, this stock has been stuck between 5 and 7 now for 4 months. That target's 9 on a breakout, and it's had a lot of very positive money flow here recently. It's bought out a couple of steel companies, so now it's completely vertically integrated. I'm not a big fundamental guy. I love what I see technically, but there's a lot of positive to this story, and we'll see what happens now with metals and miners, but I think they could be positive for me. This stock was, I'm not expecting a huge move. I'm looking at the $5 call for January. So I played this with options, so I'm not tying up as much money. $5, again, is at the support point. That option's $2 in the money to trade at 2.25, or actually a little bit less. So my break even is 25 cents away, and I've got more than 3 months of time for something to happen. If it gets to 9, that option's doubled. So that's the game I played. That's what we talked last week about with Apple. The modest move in Apple, that option gained 100%. So you're looking for small moves in the underlying stocks, but with the right options,